If you don't have time to sift through the newsletters or navigate through the headlines, I've got you covered with this one-stop shop video newsletter that has you covered from everything from Google's $2.3 billion lawsuit problems, Meta's actual AR glasses, and Apple's surprising move off of a really weird day in the news. My name is Nate, and I'm keeping you informed on the biggest news in tech in 5 minutes or less. If that's what you're looking for, it really does help me out if you hit that subscribe button. In the news today, Google was hit with a $2.3 billion lawsuit by 32 media groups banding together to take them down for the company practices in digital advertising. Specifically, they claim that they incurred losses due to a less competitive market, a direct result of Google's misconduct. I didn't even know you could sue someone for that. I'm just guessing it must be in their contracts. Also in the news with Google is they're going to be ending the Google Podcasts. So Google Podcasts is coming to an end, and that's a shame. I was never actually an adopter of Google Podcasts. I don't even think I ever downloaded the app or went on the website or anything like that. So it's not really a big deal to me, but it could be a big deal to some of you out there. Another headline, Meta might be demoing a new pair of actual AR glasses later this year. But that being said, it's not going to be available to us for like several years. So, that's cool, but 2027 is a really long time before you actually get to see this thing happen. So I look forward to seeing what happens in the fall. I'll definitely cover it on this channel and my other one as well. Meta, while we're talking about them, is also hoping that LG will help them counter the Apple Vision Pro. And currently, right now, Mark Zuckerberg is in South Korea, and I just realized I pulled up the article in my browser where I do not have my subscription open, so you can't read the whole thing. But you can see the headline. You at least know that I'm not making this up. Samsung, in other news, is getting a new rival for the Galaxy Z Flip, which is the company Honor. The CEO confirmed today that they're launching a flip phone later this year. And last but not least, Apple investors don't care that the Apple Car is canceled. Well, no surprise, Apple stock does surprisingly well on the news that the Apple Car is over. And this makes a lot of sense. Where am I on time? Just got to keep an eye on it. Oh, we're plenty good on time. This makes a lot of sense because, one, it's an expensive product. So there's cost cutting associated with that. I believe last I heard it was going to be somewhere to the tune of just shy of $100,000 list price. So it does make sense that a product like that to manufacture is going to be insanely expensive. I do think they'd have plenty of people willing to buy it, but the impact on the overall company is probably going to be pretty small because you're not talking about a very large percentage of your consumer base. Layoffs, as sucky as they are, also typically mean good news for the bottom line of a company. And historically, layoffs do result in green days in the stock market for the underlying company. So that's pretty common as well. And then, of course, the news that I believe we discussed yesterday, but I can't really remember, is that Apple is doubling down on AI. Their efforts on AI are actually getting a boost through all of this, which I think is fantastic news. And when you think about what's going to actually affect the bottom line, not getting invested in AI and not bringing AI to all of Apple's products would be far more detrimental than having another delay in the Apple Car industry or the Apple Car product, for example. So I think all of this, all in all, is pretty good news for Apple. Well, my goodness, yesterday's video was pretty interesting. If you missed it, you should definitely check this out. We talk about all of the big news from Meta, from Apple, and similar companies. You should click the video on the screen if you want to check that out.